Doodle-doo. 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 They're creepy and they're kooky, mysterious and spooky. They're all together rookie.
The Henderson family.
Doodle-doo. I love that. Hello, welcome to episode 13. I've got to get myself, level.
Do it.
And be professional.
Go on then.
So, yes, episode 13 of Full Movie Podcast, a show where we talk about those long forgotten classics that deserve a rewatch. I'm Matt.
And I'm Freya. So, what are we talking about today, Matt?
We are talking about a film that is so pure, so nice, yet so sad and will make you cry and then cry again. We are talking about 1987's Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
When the Henderson family accidentally run over a Bigfoot, they take him home as a trophy. But Harry soon becomes part of the family.
I'm crying on the inside already.
I know.
It's so sad. Directed by William Dear, who has also directed Teen Agent, a film which is very hard to find in the UK, but I love it. It's one of those films you used to rent like every Saturday. He also did films like Angels in the Outfield and basically every family film that was done in the late 80s and early 90s, as well as 1983's Playboy Collector's Edition, Volume 2. Don't watch it if you haven't seen Volume 1. That's
Oh, really?
my thing.
You won't get it, no.
It was written by William Dear as well, Bill Martin, and Ezra D. Rabinbont.
Ooh, that's a name.
I know, it's a good name.
It's a very good name.
Yeah. So, come on.
Oh, I mean, okay, so obviously we both love this film.
Yeah.
It's sweet, it's pure, it's beautiful. It features two of my favourite actors in the whole world, just because I love their faces, John Lithgow and David Suchet, and also a big lovable beast. I'm a sucker for one of those in the form of Harry the Sasquatch.
Yes. I will say that in the UK, this was released as Bigfoot and the Hendersons.
Yeah, that's how I remember it.
In America, it was released as Harry and the Hendersons. So, and it was, I believe it was later changed to Harry and the Hendersons everywhere.
Yeah.
Basically because they couldn't sell it in Europe being just called Harry and the Hendersons.
Right.
So they called it Bigfoot and the Hendersons here. And now it's known worldwide as Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah.
And I love Harry.
He's such a lovable creature.
He is.
And just so incredibly expressive. That face is wonderful.
I have not an interesting fact, but a fact about that straight away. So the guy who played it, Kevin Peter Hall, I always want to say Michael Hall because of the guy from Breakfast Club.
Right.
But yes, Kevin Peter Hall, he was also the Predator for a start.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's quite a departure.
Yeah, it was. Predator was released in 86. Bigfoot and Hendersons was released in 87. Kevin's actual eyes were above Harry's eyes.
Oh, wow.
So you couldn't actually see it. All the eyes and the facial features were all done by animatronics.
That's incredible. I would have never guessed that especially the eyes, they look so real.
Yeah,
and
no,
so
they're fake
human.
eyes. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
But he was incredibly tall.
Yeah, wasn't he like 7 foot something?
He was 7'2".
That's
The outfit, the costume of Harry,
Yeah.
had to be shrunk down because of that. They made it 7 foot. So, but anyway,
that's crazy.
let's talk about the film.
So, I just don't know what to say.
It's broken us a little bit.
It's broken
hasn't
us.
it?
We just watched it. We finished watching it about an hour ago.
Yeah.
And both of us were in tears because we're real softies at heart.
Yeah. This is one of those films that my mum will try and take the mick out of me about. It's like,
Your mum?
my mum, yeah. I'm that hateable.
Oh, yeah. I know that.
My mum will take the piss out of me for, sorry, language. My mum will take the mick out of me because of I always cry during the scene when I can't even remember the guy's name, John Lithgow. What's his film?
George,
Thank you. George Henson slaps Harry
Yeah, well, when he's
and
trying
tries
to
to get
him
him away
leave,
from
yeah.
the forge, and it's like, oh, don't hurt him.
It is a awful, harrowing scene when it's like the only way he can get him to understand that he needs to leave and go back into the forest is for George Henderson to, say, "Don't you understand? We don't want you anymore."
Don't say that to Harry. You love him.
You love Harry, really?
But I'll tell you what I do want to talk about. Mm-hmm. Because, yes, I love this film. Yes, it's... I've got to stop saying this. Film from my youth. I do want to talk about Amblin.
Okay.
Because Amblin, as some people may know, is essentially what DreamWorks is now. It's the Steven Spielberg film. So it had... the first Amblin film was Sugarland Express, which was, lo and behold, Steven Spielberg's first film. Then it was Jaws. There was films like Poltergeist, Gremlins, Goonies, The Money Pit. Then you've got Men in Black, Mask of Zero, Jurassic Park, Cape Fear, which was an Amblin film.
Huh.
Yes.
Interesting.
A little bit departure. And then, unfortunately, Cats.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't seen it, so...
Yeah, but I don't want to.
No, it haunts my nightmares just from the trailer.
But we... so Amblin are that production company that do a lot of, as far as I'm concerned, classic films.
Just iconic films, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially for kids of the 80s and 90s. So you have, again, Men in Black, you have Gremlins, you have the Back to the Future films, you have Arachnophobia. All those films which you and me love.
Yeah.
So they're all Amblin films. And I just think that's a studio that has kind of not flown under the radar, but have done better films than, say, Disney.
Oh, sure, yeah, absolutely. But they're not such a kind of marketing behemoth.
Oh, God, no. But then they have done Jurassic Park, which was
absolutely.
a huge film in 1993.
Yeah, absolutely. They've clearly done, incredible franchisable films, but they just haven't, made it all about them and made it about their names.
Yeah,
it's more
of course.
about the film.
It's,
Whereas Disney is like, Disney presents!
Even recently, like, Blumhouse presents. It's like a new one.
Yeah.
Blumhouse is on every film that has the slightest thing to do with Blumhouse. So, but Amblin, like, Steven Spielberg never really pushed Amblin so much.
No.
But it's such an iconic, I'll say studio, that I think it deserves praise.
Absolutely.
So, what else do you want to talk about?
Well, I want to know what your favourite line is from this film.
Oh, God, yeah. Okay, so I had a line which was a funny line. That's when George is speaking to the wife who's called... Do you remember?
She's Nancy.
Nancy, thank you. I can't remember names. I was so heartbroken. It's like 2 hours before the scene. That's the bit where it's the second. So they've knocked over Harry.
Yep.
He's on top of the roof.
Yep.
And then he's appeared on the screen.
He's woken up. Yeah.
Yep. They broke and he's gone flying off.
Yeah.
The dad, George, steps out and he shouts, "Dad!" Nancy goes, "Are you sure?" "Yep." "Are you really sure?" "I'm really sure." "Remember when you were sure before?" "Nancy, I'm not a doctor, but it's got no pulse and it's not breathing. It's as cold as a popsicle." But that was a really bad delivery. I can't believe they didn't ask me to be in this film. But actually, the line which touches me is when LaForge and Dr. Wainwright, who's Don Amici, great guy, and he says just a really simple one line, which is really sweet, and it's like I'm going to heaven with your feet on the ground.
Aww.
And I think that's really... I mean, I've already had my heart broken.
I know, but then
because George slaps Harry.
Yeah.
And now he delivers that line. I'm like...
And they all come together and they've finished their quest to find Bigfoot, proof of Bigfoot.
And he's a lovely guy.
He is, yeah.
What's your favourite line?
"And I killed it." So that's right at the beginning, the little boy, Ernie. Ernie
Who's
Henderson.
the kid from Flatliners? I just discovered that.
I see. But, before they realise that killing animals is wrong, thanks to Harry, he's just bagged his first kill, and he's very, very proud of it. And I just like that. Jerk kid.
What's your favourite scene?
I've got 3!
Cool.
I'll try and go through them real quick. So
There you go. Well done. That was quick.
Hey. So, in reference to our opening, the pampering scene where they're blow drying Harry after he's had a bath in the swimming pool.
Drying.
That's filth. So the scene opens with the Addams Family theme, and you just see a close up on Harry's lovely face, grinning, and that's why I really like that.
Yeah.
And my second favourite scene is when Dr. Wainwright is at dinner with the Hendersons and is first introduced to Harry.
So I hate that scene because
of, you
know why.
Because
I have this thing about a lot of films where nobody takes into consideration peripheral vision.
People in films don't have peripheral vision.
He's like a Bigfoot is behind Wainwright.
Yeah.
Right behind him, like
Rightwood, sorry.
Rightwood, sorry. He's like 5 centimetres behind it. Centimetres. I can't talk.
He's right there, basically.
He's there.
But it's very lovely, and he, so thrilled. And then I think the third favourite scene is both our favourite scenes, so I'll let you tell it.
My favourite scene is the very ending.
Yes.
Where not only the scene just before it where George slaps Harry, but also the bit where they're all together and George turns around to Harry and says, "Don't worry about us, we'll be all right. You go." And he says, "Okay." And
Harry says, "Okay, yeah."
Harry goes, "Okay."
Okay.
And then he walks off, and then you see the family of Big Feet.
Big Feet, yeah.
Yeah, go up behind them, and it's just... it just breaks my heart.
It's so lovely. It's so lovely.
It does break my heart.
But moving on, let's get some facts.
Facts. Okay. While in makeup, Kevin Peter Hall's already immense height of 7'2" was increased to over 8 feet. This is evidenced by John Lithgow, who stands at 6'4" when he stands next to Hall. Wow. And I've got to admit, big bugger.
Yeah.
Special makeup effects artist and absolute genius of that field, Rick Baker, says that Harry is his greatest and favourite character that he's created.
Aww.
E. Emmett Walsh, who's quite a big character actor, he appears in many a film, plays John Lithgow's father in this, although actually he's only 10 years older than John Lithgow.
That's crazy.
And that's the end of my facts. If I'm honest, there's not many facts about this film, but I do recommend everybody go see it, rent it, stream it. It's on Netflix.
It's on Netflix right now. It's so sweet. It's so beautiful. It's so funny. Just if you haven't seen it, watch it. If you haven't seen it for a long time, rewatch it. It's such a lovely, just innocent film.
It really is. I love this film.
Yeah.
And I was very lucky when I was younger. My family went on holiday to Seattle, very random place to go. I've got an uncle who lives there. And I think it was the summer that film was released. So I remember Harry being everywhere.
Oh.
And I just love Harry. I think he's my first love.
Aww.
So let's end on some links.
Yes, so as always, email us at fullmoviepodcast@gmail.com. On Twitter, we're at fullmoviepoduk, and on Instagram, we're at fullmoviepodcast. And please listen wherever you can find a good podcast or an evil podcast. And if you're using Apple Podcasts in particular, please rate and review us.
Yes, that would be absolutely lovely. Just a quick heads up that this coming weekend, so Sunday, we will not be doing a podcast because some people are going away.
Well, yeah, you are. And then I'm coming to join you after work. So
we're not going to be about. I'm sorry, we're being slackers and we're going on a holiday.
Well, we're going to be in deepest, darkest Norfolk, so I don't think they have any technology there. So.
I don't think they've even heard of technology yet.
No.
For anybody who lives in Norfolk, I apologise.
I don't.
They're going to see you.
Okay, I do apologise.
So, we're not going to be about, but we will be back on Wednesday, where we'll be doing what?
We will be discussing 1991's Cape Fear.
Awesome. I really haven't seen that film for a long time, so I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be fun.
So, yes, leave us a rate and review, and see you guys next week.
We love you.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.